Hello, welcome to another video from EarnPet.com. I'm Stevie B, happy to have you all with me today. Let's take some big sips to get this started. So, I am here on planet Calypso. I am going to be doing a few things to get ready for summer migration, and then I'm going to be headed off planet. But before I get started, I wanted to make today's video. So, back at Christmas, I finished the Regilite chain, and I got my little bunny pet, my Regilite bunny pet. And as most of you guys know, I named Regilite bunny pet because he is an amazing pet with some great buffs, one of the best pets in game, by far the best pet I've ever had. And I named the little guy after the NI dev team, the Next Island development team, because they've done such a great job helping us out with the game and making Next Island a place that we want to be. It's my unofficial home away from Zykion in between mayhems. So I named him in honor of them, and he's level 9. But NI dev team, little bunny pet, there's something special going on here. We're going to summon him real quick. And if we pull up his interface, we can go to show pet status. And right here we have all the basic info. When I got him, you know, how rare he is, all that good stuff. But then if we go to passive effects, you'll notice that he has the ability to help me do increased critical damage. But that doesn't unlock until level 60. But notice that the criteria is 26.7% of the way there. I've been able to increase that by using pills that give increased critical damage. As I consume those pills, that criteria goes up. He also has an Autoloot function, which will unlock at level 31. Notice that that criteria is 74.4% met. That's because if I have him spawned and I take an Autoloot pill, it's slowly teaching him how to do Autoloot. So I'm 74.4% of the way there. But he also has this cool buff of Increased Pet Focus Regeneration. So Pet Focus right here is essentially how often I can let him do a trick. And as he does tricks, his XP grows and therefore he levels up. So the faster I can regenerate that focus, the faster I can level him up. So this particular buff has a 20% strength, which means that that focus will generate 20% faster when I have this buff activated. Just because I unlock it doesn't mean I have to activate it. Now, there's an energy cost associated if I use it, but right now the focus is unlocking it. So first of all, how did I get it to where it says criteria complete? Well, he could technically have unlocked this at level 2. I did not get it unlocked till level 9, but all I did was literally just go to tricks and hit greet over and over and over and over and over again. Now, I could have unlocked it much faster, but I was focused first on just getting him to level a little bit. So I was doing dance and then bow and then roll over and then boast, and it wasn't growing it as fast as greet would have. So I finally just switched to greet and just started doing greet over and over and over, and I was able to get that last 5% of the criteria done in no time. I think it literally took less than an hour. So by getting that criteria up through just having him do the same trick over and over, it got 2 criteria complete, and now all I have to do is unlock it. So to unlock it, if I click here, we can see that I have to pay a cost of 4 ped. I'll need 20 essence and 1 rare essence. Now, in another video, we'll talk about how to get essence and rare essence for those of you who may not be familiar with it. So right now we're going to go to storage, and we're going to find my essence and my rare essence. I have 1 rare essence ready to go. And I've got 34 essence. I don't need that many. I only need 20. So then we're going to go back to his interface and hit show status, passive effects. Notice it's green, so that means I can unlock it, and we're going to hit unlock. Unlocking a passive effect may cost ped and creature essence items. After unlocking the effect, it can be activated and deactivated at any time at no additional cost. So activating and deactivating the buff doesn't cost anything. However, if the buff is active, there is an energy per hour cost that is associated with it. A pet can only have 1 passive effect active at any time. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. So I've unlocked it. Notice that the essence and rare essence are now gone from my inventory, and it has also decreased my ped card by 4 ped. So now it's unlocked. Now I can make him regain focus faster. Isn't that cool? So that is what I wanted to show you guys, because a lot of people have pets, but a lot of people don't understand whenever you're dealing with these effects how you get this criteria to increase. And the criteria increase is going to be different based off the type of buff that you're working with. So for an increased critical damage buff, I want the pet active as I'm consuming pills that increase my critical damage output. For an Autoloot buff, to get the criteria up, I want the pet active and spawned while I'm taking Autoloot pills. That way it learns how to, it's essentially quote-unquote teaching the pet how to Autoloot. And then for increased pet focus regeneration, like I said, all I did to get the criteria up was I just spammed the greet trick over and over and over. And since this was one of my rare abilities, or rare opportunities, to actually be able to unlock a pet's buff, I wanted to get it on video for you guys so you could also see that process of going through, hitting the buttons and having the pet taken off your pet card and the essence and the rare essence taken out of your inventory and all that good stuff. So that is the long and short of it. Now if you notice, he's already regen to 100%. Well, when I did Greet at level 9, Greet only took my focus from 100 down to 99. But what if I'd done something like Boast? Again, 99, right? So why not just go with Boast? Well, because the higher level trick that you do, and the faster you do it, the more it's going to impact this focus. So like if I do Greet again, it doesn't even move the needle. In fact, I can do Greet again. It might take it down to 98. It might not move it at all. Nope, didn't move it at all. But watch what happens if I start doing Boast back to back, a higher level move. 97. And now I'm going to guess like 93. Oh, 88. So the faster you do the tricks back to back, because remember they level up as you do the tricks, down to 68, the more of a toll it takes on that focus. So to be able to regenerate that focus faster is very, very important if you're planning to level the pet. Well, I'm only on level 9. I've got to get it all the way to level 60 to unlock that increased critical damage. So if I can get an extra 20%, that is going to be huge when it comes to getting this thing leveled. Notice it took me all the way down to 38% that time. And in the short time I've been making this video, it only took it from 60 to 64% through level 9. So I've got another 36% to go before I hit level 10. So being able to increase this focus and make it regenerate 20% faster means I can do the tricks essentially 20% faster. Essentially means I can level it 20% faster. And when you're talking, you've got 51 levels to go, and it's just going to get harder and harder as you go. 20% is a long time. That is 1/5 of the amount of time it's going to take me. So that is a big, big deal. Now, right now, am I too concerned about it? No, because I'm getting ready to go do something completely else. I'm not going to be messing with my pet. But when I am messing with him, trying to get him to level up, that 20% extra focus regeneration is really, really, really going to come in handy. So I wanted to go ahead and get that on video for you guys today, because we talk about pets every now and then, but we don't really ever talk about the buffs or how to grow the criteria. And it's one of those things that the information just isn't out there a lot of times. And because of that, it can be very, very frustrating if you have a pet and you're trying to get one of those buffs to get that criteria to 100%, and you're just banging your head against the wall and you're not sure what you're doing wrong. There's not always somebody in game who happens to be handy at that exact moment that can tell you. So since I had the opportunity to show you guys me unlocking it and talk about 3 different buffs, I wanted to get that on video for you guys today, and hopefully that helps you out with your pets in the future, regardless of what the buff is and regardless of what they do. Essentially, whatever the buff is, the way you grow the criteria is going to be closely related to the buff that you're getting ready to unlock. So guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. We have a lot more content planned for you over the next week or two. We've got a lot more stuff that we want to do here on Cali as well as off planet, and we've got a lot more content headed your way. So for now, I'm going to leave it there. Head over to earnped.com, because when you earn, we earn. That is by far the best way you guys can help support us. Simply use the links on earnped.com to go to hideout.tv. Hideout will automatically add us as a redemption option for your hideout points. No additional effort needed from you guys whatsoever. Guys, also be sure and support those players that closely align with your values. If that's us over at earnped.com, we greatly appreciate it. If that's our friends over at ludius.io or Pedflow or Entropia Partners, we want you to support the players and content creators who most closely align with your deeply held personal beliefs, because anything less is just selling out, and that's not cool. Please do us a favor and hit all 3 of those buttons that us YouTubers talk about, the subscribe and the bell icon button, so you know when we post new content. It takes literally 1 second, one time. It's absolutely free, and that way you guys can stay up to date with us. Plus, it does us a solid in the process. And as somebody famous once said, you'll always have 100 views before you have 100 likes, because not everybody watching you is rooting for you. And that's very true. We have haters sitting by all day, every day, waiting to hit that dislike button whenever we post a video. So if you guys could take the 1 second to hit that button that says like, that thumbs up on every single video. Guys, it's free. It costs nothing. You're already watching the video, so it's right there. And it really helps us combat those haters. And by doing those 3 things, by hitting those 3 buttons, yeah, it's a small thing, it's a free thing, but it's a big thing to us, because that means YouTube gives us more exposure. They put our videos in front of people who are into PC gaming, real cash economy gaming, and that means that the exposure that we get not only helps our channel, but it puts these videos in front of people who've never heard of Entropia before. And a lot of times it's their first exposure. They start watching the videos, they start watching the channel. Next thing you know, they're downloading the game, they're becoming part of the universe, part of the economy, and it may be a future society mate of yours, it may be a future play partner of yours, it may be somebody who buys something off you someday, all because you took the time to hit those 3 buttons. So we'd greatly appreciate it. So guys, I'll leave it there for today. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. Take care, Stevies.